I'm gonna take a flippy. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Dr. Quack podcast. Of course, I have the manager of champions here, Eric Nelson, with me. Stranglehold Entertainment. Make sure you check them out on Facebook, as well as Quack House Productions. But today we are going to talk about the news.
The news?
Yeah, we got some big news coming out of the WWE this week. We're going to bring that up here. The first thing I want to bring up is the returning stars coming back to WWE. Supposedly these are 3 in the works here. So we have the Boogeyman. You know, how do you feel about that?
He's very underused. He does add a lot to the product. Mostly more for his gimmick than his style as a wrestler. But you know, kids seem to love him.
I mean, me personally, I would love to see the Boogeyman and the Fiend go in a feud. That just seems like something that would really be out there.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah.
I would hope to see that.
As a matter of fact, this weekend in Tennessee, we are going to see the Boogeyman.
That's right. This weekend, going to Jerry Lawler's 50th anniversary show in Jackson, Tennessee. Let me tell you, I can't wait. I know that man can't wait.
Oh yeah, man, we're excited. We're going to do a nice little meet and greet with Kane. That's something we're both looking forward to. Not to mention there'll be 51 legends in this place. 51 legends.
And we're going to see how many people we can talk to. Hopefully we can get you guys some footage, because I would love for you to see this. You know, I'm glad I can see it in person, but I would love for you guys to be able to just see what was going on there. Also, Melina, former Divas champion, is talking about a possible return. Her and Vince have been talking, allegedly. How do you feel about Melina compared to the other women workers in today's business?
I've always thought Melina was very versatile. Very well deserved for her to come back. I'd like to see it, personally.
Yeah, I always loved her entrance. I thought she had the best entrance out of all females. You know, her back when Eminem, you know, that was really awesome to see.
That was a good team.
Yeah, I mean, it sucked when he got injured. Nitro. Yeah, Nitro got hurt. Yeah, but you know, it's the way the cookie crumbles. Hopefully, we'll see her back. Ronda Rousey, their second tease here, bringing her back towards WrestleMania. Now, she made comments about wrestling fans, talking about how obnoxious they are, and you know how she couldn't stand them. Do you want to see her back in this business?
I could care less.
You could care less.
I mean, honestly.
I mean, I'm not going to bash her, but, you know, I think there's better talent on the roster. She wasn't horrible. And I get why they booked her, because, you know, she's a name. It's money. It's UFC, you know, I get that. But
boring.
Yeah, I mean, she's really got to step her game up. Yeah. I really, if somebody can work with her for about 6 months, get her to come out there and actually work like a wrestler instead of, you know, what she did, it'd be better. So yeah, speaking of females, this is great news here, I think. Vince McMahon, you know, according to reports, Vince McMahon has high praise on Zelina Vega, saying that he reminds her a lot of Stephanie McMahon. You know, reminds her with her tenacity and her drive. You know, do you see that?
I wouldn't go that far yet.
No, I think she's a good talent. I think she's a great manager.
Don't get me wrong, she is a great manager. She does bring a lot to the table, but at the level of Stephanie...
And they're talking about with her getting pushed to work Asuka. You know, which, okay, you know, I'm not opposed to it. I think she can, you know, she's a good seller, I'll say that. Yeah. Watching her work, she's a great seller, and I think that's very important.
But as far with Asuka, though, I mean, we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah, I don't expect Asuka to drop the title. Just... You know, but it's a good, you know, decent match. I'll watch it. So here we go. Now we're talking some splits. You know, we already had the Iconic split and everybody else splitting from teams, but now they're talking about the New Day. They're talking about, you know, Kofi Kingston and Big E going on separate brands. They're still going to be together, but they're talking about Raw and SmackDown having them individually, and Xavier Woods managing them both on television. Do you think that's a good move, or should they keep them together?
Let's see what they do separately. Because like I said, it's starting to wear thin on people. I mean, it really is. They don't have the pizzazz they had a year ago as a team. It would be good to give them a bigger singles push. That's where I'm at with it.
Yeah, I totally, I'm over them being a team. I think they should go their separate ways. Kofi had his push, it did pretty good. People liked it. Then he got squashed by Lesnar, so that killed everything.
Right.
But, Big E's a big enough guy to where if you push him, he could do something. I think he has the talents.
I would much rather see Big E and Lesnar myself.
That would have been a great match, and we might see that somewhere down the road. You never know with Lesnar. You really do. I mean, he's getting ready to go on to UFC and fight John Jones, and I'm looking forward to watching that. I'm not a huge UFC fan, but that match, I want to see. I really want to see how great of shape Brock Lesnar really is. And of course, this is funny. I personally find this humorous, but AEW is coming out with a video game. Did you hear about this?
I've heard bits and pieces of it. Be interesting to see how it's formatted, how it's done, if it'll compare to any other, iconic wrestling games of all time. It's a tall order, and they are a bit overzealous on some things, but that remains to be seen.
I personally hope it's better than the one game they're making. That was called Battlegrounds or something like that. The cartoonish game that they released in October. I'm sorry, that just did not appeal to me at all. So, I really was like, man, we really need to step that game up. So I'm hoping AEW really does put out a good product on
Absolutely.
this. And we always say this, wrestling needs more competition.
It does.
So AEW, I don't watch you as much, but I need you to step your game up. So that way we can have better competition, better shows, better business for everyone, including the indie circuit. Because usually when there's competition up there, there's competition below. We really need that. Here we go. Wade Barrett signs as NXT commentator.
Well deserved.
Yes. Very happy with that. That's going to get my Dr. Quack 2 thumbs up.
I'll give it there too.
I'm telling you, dude. I love him. I love his promos. I've always loved his promos. I felt that they were really great.
I always thought he had a good presence about himself.
He did. Even the King Barrett gimmick, really, it got to me. I loved it. I thought, it was a solid performance. Mm-hmm. I think he's going to do a great job with his knowledge there working on NXT. Of course, speaking of NXT, Chris Jericho is still wanting them to change their days. He's been talking about, go get yourself 250,000 fans. Go on another night. Stop going against us. We're killing you in the ratings. And ironically, the Jim Cornette podcast is killing both of them in the ratings.
Yeah, most definitely.
I mean, I'm sorry. I like Cornette over both of these guys. NXT's okay. AEW, like I said, I don't watch much. But the Jim Cornette experience, I can sit down and just listen. And, it's like a breath of fresh air for me.
It really is. I agree. I'm definitely a Cornette guy myself.
Yeah.
As we all know.
God bless Cordy, I'll tell you. He is one of a kind. Lindsay Dorado and Ricochet are talking about ending their contracts possibly early 2021. Ricochet, how do you feel about him? Do you feel like he's being used properly, underutilized?
Very underutilized.
Yeah.
But he's got a lot more potential that he's not able to spread his wings as much. I feel.
Yeah. I mean, is it just because there's a lot more talent, bigger names in front of him that he's not getting the look?
It could be. It's just, he's one of those guys that's kind of falling through the cracks. I've never been big on Lance Dorado, but Ricochet, I think, had a lot more potential than he's being used for.
Yeah, I mean, and I'm very happy that they had that, stint up there with AJ Styles working the Lucha House Party. I felt like that was, good exposure for them. And they look good in the ring. I think that was very important. I don't know about marketability so much, but talent-wise, they look great.
Right.
Here's the last thing I got to talk to you about here. AJ Styles, right? Last year, he worked The Undertaker at WrestleMania 36. You would figure that would be the dream match to have.
Right.
Now, at WrestleMania 37, he wants to work the game. Triple H. How does that equate to you? How do you feel about that?
I can see it. I think it would be a good matchup. Hopefully Trips get back in the gym a little more, get his game back up. But yeah, I like to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I figured that would be a great, solid match. I mean, it's main event caliber.
Definitely.
Dude, you know the game. He's always training. He's in great shape. You know, AJ, of course, in great shape on his own, constantly in the ring and working some of the, everybody on the roster. Low grade, upgrade, it doesn't matter. He's working everyone, and he does a great job with it. Definitely would be something I would like to see. That is it for the news. I would like to thank you all for tuning in.
And thank you as always for Flashback Games being our sponsor for this podcast. And check out Flashback Games in Marietta, Georgia. Follow them on Facebook. Follow them on Twitter.
I'm telling you, you need to come here. If you have not shown up, you need to show up here. I'm telling you, this is a great place. And I'm out.